All right, higher insight. Welcome on in, everyone. We're going to get started in just a moment. Just want to welcome everybody on in. I am Miss Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and yeah, I want to talk about this energy coming up. Talk about a little bit more that has to do with this Cancer new moon energy. Yeah. So, welcome in. Let me know where you are calling from. Where are you tuning in from? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where are you tuning in from? Mm. Yeah, welcome on in. Good to see you guys. Welcome in. Yeah, we're going to get started here in just a moment. I just want to welcome you all in. Yeah. Oh, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Let me know where you're tuning in from, what part of the world, what country. I wanted to come on because, of course, in a couple of hours, we're going to be kicking off the higher insight activation. And I want to make sure that everybody has everything that they need to make sure that they can get started with that as well. We got Dallas in the building, Cincinnati, Ohio, New York in the building, Brooklyn in the house, New York in the house. We got a lot of New Yorkers in the building. Brooklyn, that's my birth city. So, absolutely love it. But yeah, how are you all feeling? Ooh, it is Thursday. Can you believe it? It is Thursday. And I don't even know. Here in Texas, it was so hot. It was extremely hot. Like it was so hot, it was crazy. Like it was so hot that it was insane. It was crazy. I gotta excuse me, you guys, while I put a little bit of lip gloss on. I feel like my lips are extremely dry. Extremely dry. But welcome on in. Mm, good to see you guys. Arizona, South Carolina, in the building. And love over fear balance. Your birthday is tomorrow. It's going to be your solar return. Happy born day to everybody celebrating a born day during the month of July, especially those during cancer season. Atlanta is in the building. We got Philly in the building. Welcome on in. Michigan is here. Welcome on in. Inglewood, California is in the building. I decided to come on and go live. I know it's a little late. And even though I've been going live like the last couple of days, yeah, I want to say thank you to you guys who are purchasing because guess what? We are going live tomorrow with the higher act self activation. Truth be told, it actually is live right now. And so I want to go over that too. That's another reason because I got a lot of emails while I was working today doing sessions. I want you all to print out your digital magic for the higher self activation. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is something that you guys can do no matter where you are in the world. We are going to be working with this energy. There is a portal that is opening for humanity in this month of July. I've been talking about it for quite a few weeks now, and so have a lot of others. Because even though this is cancer season, no doubt, and it always stems to be something pretty magical during cancer season, there are other things that are happening on the planet right now. And this is an opportunity for us to really come into full alignment and to even, dare I say, in some cases, level up in our soul. because our world going forward, it's going to look completely different. And that is up to you. So I created this tool called the Higher Self Activation, where you're going to get a chance, because you're going to get a chance to work on our emotional um, balancing at this time. And when I say emotional balancing, Cancer season is when we get a chance to tap into our spiritual maturity. And you get to do that like none other. It's one of the biggest ways that you can level up on the planet is to grow in this area. And particularly if you have any kind of issues that is dealing around your family, that is dealing around from a past life, maybe known or not known, um, ancestral curses, ancestral patterns, whatever you choose to call it, right? Childhood issues, issues around being nurtured, issues around being in a healthy relationship, and especially the relationship with yourself. That is so critical. And I want to leave that on because I want to say thank you to everyone who is making their purchase right now. And I want to talk about it before we get into the show tonight because, you know, so much is going on. And I kept, these are notes that I personally had. So you guys are getting Oracle notes. These are notes that I had for myself, but I thought, gosh, let me share them. A lot of times I don't. I just keep the notes and they're just for me. But I think it's important that I share this with you guys. So I want you all to see that this is going to be the information that you're going to get that you will download. I want you guys to work because this is all of your ritual paperwork that you're going to have here. And you'll see how that ties into the higher self. And so you're actually going to be getting 3 audios right now. If you've already purchased the higher self, then you should have already downloaded your higher self digital activation. And the other thing, you know what? You should already have the welcome recording from me because that's there. So check your email. All the directions are there. I want you guys to read your directions because all the directions are there. I want to make sure. I know we got a lot of new people, which I'm super excited about that. But I want everybody to know so that they can learn how to make sure they know how to get access. So by the time we get to tomorrow night, there is no question because you will have all of your files to start to do the work. This is shadow work, but it is in a very, very loving way. It is shadow work in a profound, loving way. And I'm just super excited to bring it to you guys. So you're going to get the welcome file from me. You'll get the PDF. This is when you first make your purchase. And then I need you to check your email because you will get sent a link. And the details are in here to tell you how you can get access to the audio files and what to do next. All of that is going to be there. And then you're going to get a ritual from me. I'm going to walk you through the higher self ritual. You're going to be able to do it with me. We're going to do that together. And then I have a subliminal activation that is a power blast that you will be listening to. I will give you the instructions. The instructions are all in there. And you're going to be working with all of those components throughout this month. And I'm just so excited to see the transformation that we're all going to get and all of the healing that we're going to need. All of the healing that we're going to get from this work that we're putting in, amping up our intuition, our multisensory abilities, our self worth, how we nurture ourselves. Like so much is going to change. And I'm so excited for everyone who's taking this journey. And again, because I understand where the world is, I know so many people are not able to take a class with me or may not be in the position to do some of the other things that I have going on. I wanted to make this so available for everyone and anyone who wants to do it, whether this is your first time connecting with me and you want to see what that is like, this is a great opportunity for you to see what it's like at a very low investment. But this is what the work is about. And I've been creating these digital products for a long time. I call them digital activations, right? That I've been creating for years and years and years. And thousands of people have seen transformation in their own life. I also want to let you all know that what is also available, I have the Lucky Blueprint Expansion Pack Magic. Now, if you want to tap into some more, you can check that out. Once you go over to my stand store, plus there's Astro Wave 2026. That's another powerful one for you to be able to connect yourself with. So, those are the things that I have available at this particular time that is still available that you can purchase. Right now, I'm going to tell you, and the Oracle files, if you need to have a one-on-one session with me, you get a actual recording. I go into your Oracle files, I read your records, I send you back a recording and answer the question that you're asking me. So that's another way. If you want me to do a deep dive, that's how. I don't have personal one on one slots available as of yet. I'm hoping to be able to open that back up really, really soon. But for now, this is where we are. But I am so excited about the time that we're in and this Cancer, oh, this Cancer new moon that's coming up. So we're going to talk about it because this Cancer new moon, oh, listen, it's hitting the body. The body is going to be speaking in a profound way. It actually is going to be the thing that takes us into more holistic healing. It's like there is this cosmic clock that is going on and it is turning the wheel. And as it begins to turn the wheel back, it is bringing us back to a pivotal time in our world, in society, and just the way we live, the way that we heal, the way that we nurture ourselves, the way that we communicate with others. There is this massive, massive upheaval that is happening in the world. And I don't think we've walked through moments like this in this lifetime before. I'm going to say that this is one of the first lifetimes that we have ever walked through a portal this powerful. But don't worry, our ancestors are walking with us. So if you've been having dreams or if you felt this strong pull or calling towards your ancestors lately, then you understand why. You understand why. Because the ancestors are speaking to us. They are walking with us. They are connected with us. They are here with us. They have always been here with us, not so they can control and dictate what we're doing in our lives, but so they can be here to be that reminder of the connection that we all have with one another, as well as helping you to fulfill the dreams that they were not able to fulfill. Remember, they did not just leave us burdens. I've been talking about this for years. They leave us powerful, powerful gifts and activations that they were not able to fulfill during their lifetime. And in some cases, it wasn't for them to fulfill, it was waiting for you to be born so that these things can be fulfilled within the family line, within the world, with all of us collectively together. So, what a beautiful, beautiful time. And so, if anyone is interested, all you have to do is click the link in the bio and go to my stand store, and it's stand store / visionary frequency. And just click higher self activation. Woo! When I tell you, oh, yes, this right here, this is something. So now, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go back up. We got Ecuador in the house. Want to just say welcome to you tuning in from Ecuador. in the house. I want to kind of catch back up because a lot of you guys, I did not get a chance. I see, oh no, it is just Joy said it was 106, the heat index. Yeah, very, very hot. Yes, the weather in Texas is always on Africa. I have lived there for 20 years and never got used to the heat. Absolutely, it is that hot. Austin, Texas, in the building. Electromagnetic butterfly, good to see you. Welcome in. Michigan, in the building. Welcome on in. And just so glad to have you guys. And thank you for everybody joining. Definitely want you all to send the invites out and hit that like button as we get ready to get started. Richmond. That's right, the Richmond, Virginia. Watershed moments in the building. So good to see you. So good to have you here as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we got Florida in the building, 110. Woo! Baby, it's hot outside. It's hot outside. All right, Kansas City, Missouri in the building. Oh, where is my pen? I have that, the Black American Heritage flag. I absolutely love it. I have the flag, I have the pen, all of that. So let me get my notes together. I got my halo here for this energy. And I want to say thank you to everyone who purchased this, who's able to see some results. It works on scalar energy. If you don't know what that is, that's sort of the energy like Nikola Tesla discovered that's in the atmosphere. Like you can't hear it. And this is one of the things I love about the halo. You really can't hear this energy. I can feel it. I can definitely feel the difference. But it's not anything that you can hear, but you can feel it. And it works with all parts of your body, your bones, your blood, heavy metals. This is what I would like to call a lot of the technology that's coming into the planet now. And it's going to be all about frequency healing. We're moving into this space. I've done so many shows about this, and I've even put it in my 2026 prediction show. And I'll do some more about it as well. You guys, I am still recalibrating in my voice. So, but we got to do what we got to do. Um, yeah, we got to do what we got to do. Oh, the scientist. Love you, Miss Blue. You're a longtime listener. So glad to have you here. Wow, beautiful. All right, Johannesburg. Right now, it is 77 degrees in Lagos and 46 degrees in Johannesburg right now. Thank you for that update. Yeah, we're over here, it's hot. It's hot, baby. It's hot outside. It's hot. South Carolina, 107. 107. Thank you. Thank you guys for purchasing the higher self activation. This is really, you know what this is? This is you having a workshop one on one with me. And so it's going to be me and you working together. We're going to do the ritual together. I'm going to give you some tools to work together. You're going to have your activation paper here that you're going to be writing to your higher self. So, really, it is a trinity. It is going to be you, it's going to be me, and your higher self. All three of us are going to be working together throughout the rest of this month of July with this higher self activation specifically crafted for this portal window of Cancer, July, in the month of July, this audio ritual. So I'm so thankful, so grateful for all of you guys who are purchasing it. Yeah, you from the Blog Talk days. Yes, I know. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's get into it. I'm going to give you guys my Oracle notes and we're going to start talking about this because I have a lot of things that I want to say about this Cancer n- new moon that's coming up here. Because you know what this is like? This is a return to the temple within, and that temple is your physical body. And as we move closer, hey, King Simon in the building. King Simon presents. Good to see you, King Simon. I want to talk about this because one of the things that's really, really so notable about this energy, particularly this energy in Cancer, is the return to the temple within, like your physical body. And you know, we have that Cancer new moon that's coming up. It's going to be on the 14th. But before that energy gets here, we're already in the midst of it. Yeah, because this is opening one of the oldest gateways. This is an ancient gateway. This is a gateway that our ancestors understood and they knew so very well. They knew this. This was known throughout all of the mystery schools, going all the way back to Mesopotamia, to ancient Kemet, to going to the east. There is nowhere that you could have went on this planet that they did not understand this gateway that was opening. All of the mystery schools, this was a heightened time, you see, because Cancer itself has always represented the sacred waters. And I want you to think about that. I remember when I was first coming back into my awakening and I was studying with Asiba and the Kemites and throughout all of the Kemetic teachings. And I would have this dream where there was these two what appeared to be huge mountains. And I would always sort of wake up in this spirit quest. And as I would wake up in this spirit quest, I would be walking. And I'd be walking between the two mountains, and there was water. And I remember because it was this deep, rich kind of terracotta, kind of brown, kind of sand. And I could feel the warmth beneath my feet. And as I would walk, I was going closer into the water. And then there was a man that came on this side, and then there was a woman that came on this side, and they were guiding me, and they guided me up to this huge chair. It was two chairs of a man and a woman, and they looked so royal, but they also looked very otherworldly, and they were huge, huge. Like I can't even explain how huge they were. You know what it reminds me of? If you've ever been to DC and you see the chair that Lincoln is sitting in and that huge statue, it looked like that. But this was a Nubian woman and a Nubian man sitting side by side, and they were dressed in white and gold. And I remember seeing them, and I remember the man and the woman that ushered me in through the waters telling me to go, that I needed to walk that way. I didn't really understand at that particular time what was happening, but I would find myself in this dream, and I just remember coming back having this feeling like I was going through some sort of initiation, like there was some sort of initiation that was happening. And it was so real. It was so real. And I would go back to this place time and time again. And the more that I would go back to this particular place, the deeper I would go into the waters. So I want you to think about that, particularly as we are coming up on this energy of this Cancer energy, Cancer new moon, because this is like an initiation that's happening for humanity all over again. I don't want to be dramatic about it, but this is really how I feel about it. You know, these sacred waters, if you think about it, just about every religious system, every spiritual system, every mystery school, everywhere on the planet, one of the things that we talk about constantly is about the waters. It's about these waters, these sacred waters. I was taken back to these dreams, and every year, around twice a year, I am taken back to this place. And that's been more than 20 plus years. And so I guess the reason I'm going extra heavy this time, this year, is because I realized that I stopped celebrating this. I did. And not because it wasn't important to me, but because I just kind of got in the rut. You know how sometimes something so magical, so powerful in the beginning, and then it just keeps happening. Sometimes we can kind of downplay it or we don't keep the same excitement. But I was really humbled and brought back to these moment again. And I said, you know, I'm going to celebrate this and I'm going to share it. So I'm getting a little emotional, and I don't even know why, but I'm gonna hold it together. So these sacred waters, you guys, these are waters of creation. These are waters of memories. These are waters in which consciousness actually enters into form. Another thing that I seen and it kind of made me smile is that I can see this for us over the next couple of years. There's going to be so many beautiful new souls coming into the planet, so many babies. So many of you who are listening to me right now, you may have a surprise coming up this week or next week that either you're going to find out that you yourself are getting ready to give birth to a new soul coming on the planet. Some of you sisters here right now, even in your wound space, you are nurturing life as we speak. And some of you who are here, you are about to give birth. I have been seeing so many babies lately. It is literally insane. But I want us to take some time and honor these waters, these primordial waters, these powerful waters, these powerful waters, because that's what they are. They're sacred waters. Hold in memory. You know, the water that we are drinking now, it's the water our ancestors drank. The same amount of water that used to be on the planet is the same amount of water that is on the planet. But one thing I've been shown new is that we are getting new waters on this planet. Clock it. We're getting some new water on this planet, and I think this is going to be a first ever documented. We're getting some new waters. So we know waters is where the consciousness takes form. Before there was a language, there was water. There was water. There was feelings. And so as we sort of walk down this pathway, as we enter into this gateway of this Cancer new moon, it's here. It's here to remind us that we are spiritual beings. It is here. It is here. And it is really reminding us what our soul has never forgotten. So, I want to talk about Some of the other traditions, when we start to look at it from an esoteric point of view, Cancer is considered one of the gateways of incarnation. Let that sink in. This is the gateway of incarnation. It's symbolically, it is the doorway and through which we enter into the earthly experience. This is what happens during this season, and Cancer is one of those powerful gateways. Now, if we take that Cancer gateway and we look at Cancer's sort of partner or polarity or opposite, which is Capricorn. And see, Capricorn is often described as the gateway of initiation, representing the consciousness returning to spiritual mastery after life lessons. And so I notice 2 times of a year during Capricorn season and during Cancer season, I am taken through this very sacred space, holy space that the ancestors would call it. One, to go through the incarnation of being sort of reborn again. You know how they take you, in Christianity and some of the religions, they take you and they dip you in the water and they bring you back up. And they say you have been reborn again. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then through Capricorn season, we walk through the gate of initiation. We become initiated into another level of our consciousness. This is where we're doing our work for spiritual mastery because we've had so many lessons. Think about what you're going to learn during this Cancer season, up until this season, Cancer season, until we get to Capricorn. You see, Cancer is what reminds us why we came to planet Earth. So, right now, let me know in the chat or even in the comment section if you've been thinking, why did I really come here? Why was I really born at this particular time? What is really my purpose here? See, Cancer helps remind us of why we're here. And Capricorn reminds us what we can have, what we came here to become. So one is about why we're here, Cancer season. Capricorn is going to remind you of what we came here to become. And so every new moon in Cancer, I want you to remember this. It invites you back to your original divine blueprint that we made with our own soul. You are literally tapping into your blueprint energy right now. So, all of the questions, all of the things that you're asking about your life, about the work you're doing, about what you want to achieve, what you want to do, and how you see the world, how you see yourself, what is happening throughout, all over. Think about it. I want you to really, really think about it. Because that's what this time is here to remind you of. To remind you of your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint. Not your burdens, not your pain, not your sorrows, but your divine blueprint. So now we're going to be talking about the body because so much about the body is going to be talking during this season. We are going through a massive, massive upgrade, right now. And I know you can feel it. We are becoming more crystalline beings. Our subatomical particles are really, it's just accelerating themselves based on the work we're doing. Now, everyone is going to be a little different. It's going to hit a little different. It's going to do a little different. You know, it's going to, all of that good stuff. It's going to be a little different. But we're going to get a chance to see. But here are some areas of the body that I want you to pay special, close attention to. And I want to talk about them. The breast. The breast area, because they are connected with cancer. It's one of the reasons, you know, where we see this time of the year, you will see all of these testings and things that are happening for women, even though it can also affect men. But I want you to understand what they are energetically or vibrationally representative of. Mm. And that is nourishment. The breast are nourishment. Nourishment for new life, the mother's milk. Nourishment. It is also symbolic of unconditional love. It is also giving and receiving care. This is why sometimes a lot of women will come up with breast issues, because before we enter the room, our breasts enter the room. It is how we overgive. It is how we overcare. And so we have to make sure that we are not just giving with this energy, but we are also receiving. So powerful. And then the chest, this whole complete chest energy. And this whole complete chest energy is emotional protection and vulnerability. This is where we hold that energy in there. You know how we say it with your whole chest? Put your chest out. Yeah. This is your emotional protection. And so sometimes when we are feeling this heavy emotional charge, we will feel the frequencies coming in through this chest region. And that's a real thing. I want to give you these areas because these are ones that I want you to pay attention to, because your body is speaking to you in such profound ways. And so we want to talk about this whole heart space, which is your whole heart chakra, your whole heart energy center. And so even though energetically this is more connected with Leo traditionally, because it's linked to the heart, but this whole heart space is comprised of this energy because of everything that sits in this area. That is your heart. That is your love. That is your compassion. That is your empathy. It is what you feel about the world, because most of us carry our feelings in our chest, heart space energy for how we feel about other people in our lives and the world. And this is why a lot of us are burdened with a lot of heavy energy with our families, with our loved ones, with our children, with our partners in life, with the work that we're doing in our life. We carry all of that in this heart space. And that during this time can be overburdened. And we want to make sure that we are not overburdening this heart space energy with so much of taking in what's happening around us. Remember, Earth is going to keep earthing. Earth's job is not to stop earthing. It is never going to be a complete, everyone doing the same thing on earth, everyone just being. We came here to learn to evolve. Next, let's talk about the stomach, because this is another area of the body that is so connected with this Cancer energy. This is also the second brain. And this is where a lot of people feel their intuition and they have their emotional response. And so it's a lot of gut issues going on right now. It's a lot of issues happening within the stomach, a lot of viruses that are going on around the stomach region, because this is how we digest life. This is how we digest our feelings and our emotions, not just physical food. Whatever we're watching, the people we're around, whatever we're listening to, whatever thoughts we're thinking, whatever actions we're taking, whatever actions we're not taking, how is that being processed through the stomach? And so this is often where a lot of people get their intuitive hits here, but most people are getting emotional hits here. But it's hard to hear the intuitive hits or even feel them if we are bogging them down with all of our emotions. And so next, let's talk about the diaphragm. And it's so interesting because that whole diaphragm, you think about it, is in diaphragm. And this diaphragm has to do with breath. And it also is the place where stress, when it gets into the diaphragm, it can restrict your breathing. It can stop you from breathing, because this is also where the emotional flow is moving through the body, through the diaphragm. So this is where you have to reframe how you're taking in information, how things are happening in your life. You have to reframe this. There is a frame in the diaphragm because it is speaking to how you're allowing stress to impact you, how to restrict your breathing. And your breathing is going to be based on the emotions of how you allow your emotions to flow through your physical body. So something important to look at, especially while we're in this window. And so next, we're just going to talk about the whole digestive system. Everything there, especially the stomach. But we have the liver, we have the gallbladder, we have everything that helps you process, right? Digest and process things within the body. How do you take in joy? How do you take in love? How do you take in support? How do you nurture yourself? And how do you receive nurturing? So I don't want us to just look at these body parts as something in its physical state. There is something very spiritual that's also happening that goes along with this. And there's a strong emotional component here. And Cancer season is where we can actually level up our emotional maturity. So I want you to think about that. And here is something else that's so critical to the body, as with all of these, but the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system, you know? This is the circulatory system in the body. This is where the cleansing happens in the body through your lymphatic system. This is where your emotional release. If you have a sluggish lymphatic system, then you are holding on to too many emotions. You're holding on to too many things that you need to let go of. This is how things get flushed through your system. the lymphatic system. And it doesn't move on its own. It's not like the heart, it doesn't have a pump. You have to do it. You have to literally work with it. Physically, you have to work with it. Emotionally, you have to work with it. Energetically, you have to work through it. Your thoughts can move your lymphatic system. If you're holding on to heavy thoughts, if you're holding on to traumatic thoughts or past pains or past regrets, all of this is stagnating your lymphatic system. All of it. So, this is something I want you to understand during cancer season. We have to definitely make sure that we are taking care of our bodies, but even more, we are listening to our bodies. And we're not just being careful about what we're eating, what we're putting in our mouth, what we're choosing to do, but also the exposure we're giving ourselves of what we're taking in, how we're taking in the thoughts that we're thinking, the patterns we are allowing ourselves to be stuck in and not release, the forgiveness that needs to happen, and the healing that needs to come, the movement that needs to be supported, like the release that must occur, that we really, really are tuning into this. And so we talked about the lymphatic system, but I want to remind you that we live on a water planet. I know we say planet Earth, but we're actually on a water planet. And on this water planet, mm, it is a reflection of who we are, because most of Earth is water and most of you is water. They say we are about 70 to 80%. I'm going to bump that up a little bit. I think we a whole lot of water. We're a whole lot of water. And so the body fluids is reflecting that cancer, that lunar connection. Just like the moon has that magnetic pull with the tides, there is a magnetic pull with us, because there's a part of the moon that lives inside of you, quiet as it's kept. We got a lot of moons on the planet. We're about to figure out how far on this photon belt we done move, because we're going to discover there's other parts of us that is being reflected out here in this world. And I've been talking about it for years and years, and many of us have been feeling it for years and years, but we're going to start to see. So you want to know why your magnetism is not magnetizing the things in your life. Yes, your heart center, your heart chakra is the largest magnetic energy you have on your body, that energy is filtered out. But it has to go through your waters. It has to go through your waters. And if that water is not electrified, is it stale water? Is it stagnant water? Is it dead water? Water with no life in it. You need water with life in it. And so, as the tides begin to rise, your magnetism should begin to rise, right? Because this lunar energy is connected with all of the waters, including the waters that are inside of you. Your rhythm, like your whole rhythm, your circadian rhythm, the rhythm of your mind, the rhythm of your walk, the rhythm of your speech, the rhythm of your connections, the rhythm of your thoughts. Really be connected with it, because it is symbolic. Your body fluids, and I'm talking about your blood as well, all of your body fluids is symbolic of the flow of your emotions. And so if you have a challenge in any of those areas, then look at your emotions. How are they flowing? How are you flowing with your emotions? Something to look at. And so it's real important for us to notice where your body has been speaking way before your mouth could open, before your mind even attempts to catch up. So that tightness in your chest, that knot in your stomach, that shallow breathing, right? So we have to get into our breath work because that shallow breathing. Sometimes your body is really, really whispering to you what your soul has been saying to you, but you have not been able to hear the whole time. And so we can utilize this energy as we come into this Cancer new moon because we will be getting a master reset, whether we like it or not. There is a master reset that is coming. Yeah. So I want to talk about some of the 4 steps that you can do during this time. I really would love to invite you all to join um, the higher self activation, which is going on now. And this is going to be a private ritual that you will do on your own, but I will be there to guide you through step by step. Plus, you will be getting a subliminal, and I'm calling it a subliminal blast. Because one of the things that we have to work on while we're here is not just planetary symptoms, not just symptoms that are happening because the planets are aligned or because of what house the sun is in and the moon moved in and we're Jupiter and Uranus. Like all of those energies are real. But I really have my intention is to help you raise your frequency. And so you can start operating as if you are all 12 zodiac signs and not locked into these systems. That is no different than being locked into some of these old religious systems on the planet and these other systems that we have been indoctrinated into that keeps you inside of a box. And now we are mimicking what has been projected onto our avatars instead of living from our soul space. And once you can understand that, then everything becomes a tool to you and not a burden. It becomes a tool to you, not as one as something telling you what to be, but really something where you can connect to whatever it is that you need to help you elevate your soul and to rise. So I want you all to know that. That's where we're moving towards, where we are becoming the 12 zodiac signs. We understand what we were given at the time of birth, but we are going to talk about how we have elevated ourselves since then, how we have expanded our consciousness while we are growing up on planet Earth. So here are 4 steps that you can do, and I want higher self activation. This can be your 5th step. And if you're interested in this, all you have to do is check it out. I want to say thank you to everyone who signed up right here during the show and those of you who have already signed up. As of tomorrow, you will have all of the files. I'll go over it one more time before we get ready to get out of here. But let's talk about the 4 steps. Number 1, you can return to water. And so during Under the Skies of this new moon, you're going to feel it on the 12th. I want you all to write this down, and I'm going to put it inside the higher self activation. So you guys don't have to worry about it. I'll give you a insight on that. We're going to be tapping into this, but I want you around the 11th and around the 12th, I want you to mark the calendar on that particular day. And on this particular day, I want you to return to the waters. Now, hopefully we are returning to the waters every day. I mean, as hot as it is here, I'm returning to the waters sometimes 3 times a day because it is so hot taking a shower, taking a bath, and just being in the water at this time. But I want you to return to waters, and I'm talking about sacred waters because waters store memories, right? And so before you ask for something new, because I know we're in this new moon energy, I want you to wash away what no longer belongs to you. Wash away. Take a bath with that intention. Take a shower with that intention, right? Visit a river with that intention, you know? And I want you to begin to take whatever conditioner or whatever body wash you used. If you used the Bronner's brother, what do you call it? The Bronner Brothers wash, which is one of the best. I'll tell you a great one that you can begin to do is to take, I like the baby wash, I like the peppermint, I like the rose, and just take it. And I want you to lather yourself and wash yourself from your head all the way your whole entire body. And as you're doing that, I want you to begin to start allowing what thoughts that are coming up. Set the intention for the things that no longer belong to you, whether that's a pattern, whether that's a belief, whether that's a behavior, whether that's an object, no matter what it is, whether it's a lifestyle, it could even be a relationship, it could be the work you're doing in the world, it could be some sort of illness in your body, it could be some anything. Dr. Bronner's, thank you, Dr. Bronner's. Yeah, you want to just allow that to come in. Turn the water off. Lather yourself up. And I want you to turn 3 times to the right, rinse. 3 times to the left, and rinse. And allow it to rinse off. Looking down, seeing the water go down the drain until it runs clear. This is actually one of the ways our ancestors in ancient Kemet would tune their auric field. They would go into the temple, walk up on the plank in the pyramids where the water would be running underneath and there would be water running down from the ceiling. I bet you all thought that whole ceiling top shower that pours down was something new. No, it's been around for a long time. And they would turn around clockwise 3 times, and then they would turn around counterclockwise 3 times. And they would do it on 3 times in cool water. And that would help to cleanse and reset their auric fields. Plus, it would close the pores on their skin. So after you rinse yourself off in whatever temperature water your body deserves, I want you to do it with cool water, as cool as you can get it, and 3 times turn around clockwise, releasing, letting go, and then 3 times counterclockwise. You are syncing with as above, so below. One is you are syncing with the rotation that is happening on the planet, and then you're syncing with the rotation that is happening in the cosmic skies, bringing them both down to heaven, to earth, in one through the embodiment of you and your cleansing. And I want you to let this water touch you consciously, like consciously when you're taking this shower, when you're rinsing off, let it touch you consciously and let the waters remind you of your freedom. Because remember, true freedom is a free dome. This is where the false matrix live. It's not out here. This is how you feed the matrix. And the matrix stays alive when you take your false matrix, when you take your ego mind and you take the fear, because your conscious mind is drenched in fear, and you start projecting it on to the world, because that's not how it works. You're only going to feed more of what you don't want into the world when you do that. So remember, freedom is a free dome, is a free mind, that you understand that you are a co-creator here and you are here to create, and the world is not happening to you, it is happening in spite of you. And what you think you will become, where you give your energy, you will become. And anything that is opposite of love is fear. This is what's feeding the real machine, is your fear. Because fear is not just those things we are afraid of. Fear is whenever our ego takes the place of our hearts. That is fear. That's fear. Yeah. So now let's go to number 2 of 2 things that you can do during this gateway window of the Cancer new moon. And this is important. And this is feed your inner temple. The most holy of sacred places on the world is your temple. And during this time, during this window through Cancer, it reminds us that the body is not separate from the consciousness. And sometimes we walk around like quadriplegics and we're only living from our brain up. But your body is not separate from the consciousness that lives throughout your body. So feed your inner temple, nourish yourself through your cells, because your cells are listening. They're listening. They're listening. They are listening. Yeah, they are listening. So choose food. Oh, that is nourishing. Choose words that are nourishing. Listen to music that is feeding your inner temple. And create an environment in your sacred space that your nervous system can recognize as safe, as really being safe, safe to be, safe to express, safe to rest, safe to think, safe to feel, safe to eat, safe to listen to, and to be around. So number 2 of what you can do during this gateway into energy of this Cancer moon is to feed your inner temple. Let's go to 3. This one here, I think a lot of us, we've been practicing this for a long time. And that is, you got to know how to listen beneath the noise. Yeah. Your higher self rarely speaks through chaos. If there is chaos going on, your higher self is not trying to speak through that. It speaks through your stillness. Stillness. So the quieter the personality becomes, the louder the soul becomes. I often get asked this question, Miss Blue, how can I become more spiritual? Stop listening to your mind. Quiet your mind. And then you will realize how spiritual you truly are. So listen beneath the noise, right? Listen. Invite yourself to spend about 11 minutes in silence. That's it. You can set the timer. I got this cute little timer here that I have on. I got from Amazon. And you can set your timer. You can even put it on your phone for 11 minutes. And you sit in silence and simply observe whatever rising, whatever comes up. Not trying to fix it, not trying to change it, not trying to chase it away or wish it away, just sitting with yourself. Number 4. This one I love. And that is plant a living intention. Something that is alive. Plant a living intention. Most people make wishes, right? Masters plant frequency. So instead of asking, what do I want? I want you to begin to start getting curious. I want you to begin to start asking, who must I become to naturally receive what already belongs to me? Who must I become to naturally, not forcing, naturally receive what already belongs to me. So plant that intention. Get you a little plant, get a seed, find out, go to your local garden and plant something you can nurture, something you can feed into, something you can give back with, and begin to speak to your plant. I grew up, my mother talked to her plants every single day. Every single day, my mother would speak with her plants and they would grow, and I could even see them moving, and they're just all over the place. And I have adopted that. I talk to my plants, I talk to my trees every day. But I want you to plant something. So, I want to remind us that we know the moon governs the tides, and we know that our body is mostly water. We know that. I think most of us here, we know that. And so perhaps the tides are moving across the ocean. I want you to know them tides are also moving across you. Sometimes we might even call that anxiety. Yeah. But maybe it was your soul preparing for expansion. I want you to just think about this, because too quick we are falling into the habit of adopting to the world words of what's happening to us and not remembering that we are connected to all things on the planet. And so maybe what you call uncertainty was just your old identity losing its grip. It no longer has a hold on you anymore. And this is why things feel so uncertain for you at this time. I will share with you something that I've learned, and that is, don't rush to try to become somebody new. That's a big mistake. Just become still enough to recognize who's been wanting or waiting within you all along. What part of you has been waiting deep within your soul all along? Mm-hmm. 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 I'm going to share one more thing with you guys before we get out of here, and that is about the Akashic waters of memory. We're going to talk about that in just a moment, but I want to say thank you for the super chat. I'm truly grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Whew. All right. So, this is the things that we can do. I want to say thank you. You said I planted 11 watermelon seeds today. I love my plants, and I've got a pineapple plant. Oh, I absolutely love it. Yes. And you talk to them every single day. That is so powerful. So thank you. Yeah. So thank you. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful. Listen. Hmm. 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 I want to talk about higher self one more time. I see so many of you guys have signed up as well. Tomorrow, all of the files will be there. This is our preparation. You have my welcoming and my introduction audio file that is there. Once you sign up, please download your digital magic. This is what you will get here. It's going to have your documents here. It's also going to have your scripting paper here that you'll be able to go through. I put this in here because I recognize that we are crossing a threshold that we will forever remember in our lives. Like it's really bigger than us personally, but it is about us personally and us collective together. Our world, we are walking into a new vibration um, as we get into this Cancer energy here. So much about our world is going to change in a profound way. And, I found myself saying that over the last, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years. And then I realized, wait a minute, this is the time that I wanted to be alive for. So we are in the time where things are just changing. They're just changing drastically. This world that we see now is falling apart in so many different areas. It's falling apart. And a lot of it we know has to fall apart. We do. There will be a lot of souls, and even as we speak, with things happening around the world, that is falling apart. I was reflecting on some things today, and I really thought about when I had that vision in 2025. And I was talking about the wars and rumors of war, and I said one of the things that's going to slow things down would be nature. And it is. It's slowing us down from the heat, the fires, the wind, the waters. And even if we look at what's happening with all the metals on the planet, it's slowing things down. Yeah. We are moving towards a time where your gifts and who you are is going to be supreme. It's always been supreme, but it's going to be what we must have trust in ourselves, trust in our visions. Earth is always going to be earthing. I have to say that. And as one of my guides showed me, there's nothing wrong with Earth. We all came down here to experience and to discover who we are. We're just living in a time now where we can channel more of Source, God, the universe, Most High, whatever you want to call it, Source. You're able to channel more of that energy into your physical body. But we have to take care of the body, because if you don't take care of the body, and the mind is included, then it's useless. You won't even be able to channel that in. So we have to make sure that we're taking good care of ourselves. We have to. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Hmm. Mm. Mm. So, yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the wisdom that is ready to rise within all of us, that has been living beneath the surface the whole time. The whole times. Yeah, we got some powerful wisdom. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to tap into your wisdom of your higher self, get the higher self activation, you guys. And yeah, I'm excited. Tomorrow, by tomorrow, we'll say 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will be able to have access to all the files and start doing the ritual work. Wow, it's over 220, 21, 22 people here. Wow, I would love to have that likes. Hmm. You are so welcome. I thank you so much. You just don't know. Thank you for all the blessings and thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the super chat donations. Thank you. It really, really helps because, yeah, it helps. It helps to continue to do the work and to support and for the technology and the back end support and everything and everyone that helps me here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Welcome on in, Brother Rob Blackstone Storm. It is good to see you in the building. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, you guys, listen, I want you all to get it. I want you to get the higher self activation. Hey, Super J. Cole, to get that. And I want to say thank you to everybody who signed up here tonight. Um, I want to say thank you. I want to show you guys. I like to do this because I like to show people that it is possible. I think we had over 15, 20 people sign up tonight. And I want to say thank you. I even seen some people, some of you guys purchased the Lucky Blueprint. Some of you signed up for the HIT code, which is the new class that we have coming up in September. And my goodness, I am so grateful. I am truly grateful. I will take a few questions. I'm not going to stay too long, but if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. Also, let me know if this is your very first time tuning in here. I would love to welcome you. Yeah. I love you guys too. I love you guys too. Y'all just don't know. I really love you guys too. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the purchase. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to be working with this, your higher self. You're going to get to do it on your own. That is always the greatest thing that I can give to you guys is to help empower you. Because I want you to know that you can do this. Whatever it is, you can do it. All right, let's answer this question here. Since my husband transitioned, I've been painting and dreaming of him nearly every day. So nice. First time catching you live. Well, first of all, condolences to you on your husband making his transition. And I know that hasn't been easy for you. You know, one of the things I can see of him right now coming through is like, this is his way of communicating with you. You know, I, this whole painting thing and dreaming thing, this is him really supporting you. I feel like this is going to turn into something you'll be able to bless others with. Because I see him standing next to you while you're painting and you just thinking you're just doing something, but you're really communicating with him, you're talking with him, you're speaking with him. Interesting enough, he's taken me to a room in your house where you live. And inside of that room, I see a box. And I don't know if this is his box, so you're going to have to tell me, but he's taking me to this box. And inside of this box, it's some papers, it's some cards, it's some letters inside of this box. And I feel like this is a place where you have a lot of things, a lot of memories from him, memories of you two together. But there is a particular card or something in this box that he is calling attention to, that he's holding this up. So I don't know if this was from an anniversary, some sort of birthday card or some celebration, but there's a note he wrote in that box wrote in that letter, in that card that you have. And there's a beautiful picture on there, like some sort of picture on this card. And he's saying you should paint it. You should paint these cards. You should make these cards or make these letters. I feel like this is something you might already be working on within yourself, some sort of card, some sort of like almost like a postcard. This is what I'm getting, like some sort of postcard with some words on the back, like you're channeling a lot of words too. I know you said you're painting and you've been dreaming, but I want you to get your notebook and I want you to write these cards and these things down. It's lots of healing information, it's lots of healing words in there. It's a lots of healing words and things in there. Yeah. And he's sending you so much love and he's still very close to you. By the way, he's mentioning his watch and he's laughing about this watch. So there is something going on with some of his jewelry or things he left behind this watch that he had. I don't know if it was like his favorite watch or something he had, but he's sending you so much love. Yeah. Yeah. Peace and love. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. The box is in my closet, and I was thinking to have some of these things put into a memory portrait. Wow, I'm crying because it's only been a month. I'm telling you, I could see it clear. That box. I want you to look through that box because your husband is telling you to go to that box. There is a message he left for you in that box with some of those things in there. Just go through it. And even if something inspires you to paint it, to put it down, because he took me directly to this box. And so trust yourself because this, I know this is hard to think about, but I've seen it happen with so many people I've worked with from many walks of life. And that is, you may be opening up to mediumship, which is something, as a child, you always would have dreams and different things that would come to you. Even the situation with your husband, you sort of had some feelings about something may have happened. And this may be your place into your own healing and even into helping others heal. And I know your husband's going to be there with you throughout this whole transformative journey. And he's so proud, isn't the word he wants to use. It's another word, like so overjoyed, his words, of how you handled everything, and even been strong for others as well. And even how you're taking this day by day. So, yeah, that's your confirmation to let you know, oh, he's there. He see you. He hear you. He see all that stuff that's going on. And yes, and he's so grateful he had a chance to spend the best years of his life with you. And even though sometimes they were some that were very challenging, you never really left his side. And he's grateful for that. Yeah, yeah. Ashe, blessings, blessings, blessings. Yeah. All right, let's go here. Miss Blue, I need guidance on choosing a new real estate company to join. My old one is closing, and I have two options now, but not really sure of either one. Any insight? Um, The very first one that you chose, I think it's going to be your temporary place, but there's going to be another one. that comes along, you're going to get an opportunity to work for. But I feel like the very first one you chose, it's either someone there, someone, I don't know if it's someone there and their name starts with a D. And I'm trying to get a sense of this, if this is a woman or if this is a man, but I'm leaning more towards masculine energy. So I don't know if this is someone there with a name that sort of starts out with a DI. So I don't know, or it sounds like DI, so Darian or David, or it has sort of that kind of name in there, that is something through this connection, something through this connection is going to open up where you're going to go next. And it may or may not be in real estate, but the other place that I want you to start thinking about, oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, that feels right. It's something with that kind of name in it. Yes. But I want you to think about looking into managing. I feel like somewhere close by or not too far, like on your way um, to where you live and on your way to where you work, there is some sort of new development opening up. Like it could be an apartment complex or something. And I want you to start looking into something like maybe you could manage or help with. It seems like there's an opportunity, like the more people you get to lease or to sign a lease, um like you receive some sort of commission from that. However, you still will be doing some sort of real estate at the same time, but it's an apartment kind of uh, leasing kind of environment. I think you would work better in that kind of space because one, you get a chance to show your personality. People will be able to connect with you. You'll be able to educate people. And I think a lot of these people here that also stay in that apartment, they will end up helping your real estate business. I see this, but I see this apartment kind of new development type of thing that's going on. And yeah, yeah, okay, okay, all right. What can I say? Yes, a new housing development down the road from the job and my house. Yes, you need to be in contact with them because that is the place you're going to thrive. Now, interesting enough, like your guides are taking me into your picture and they're telling me to make sure that whatever you wear, you do not wear red. Do not wear red when you go for this interview. Put on something more navy, something navy and something white, something navy and something white. Put those two colors on. Those are going to be power colors for you. And yeah, put those two colors on. And yes, yes, that's it. I see it clear. I see that this will be a great environment for you. And I'm so glad that you were able to come back really quick. You know how you guys move a little slow sometimes to give that confirmation, but I see this for you in a big way. And so whoever this person is with the D name that sounds like D.I. Davy, Dave, or Darius, or Demet, whatever, Davis is the last name, that D. I'm going to go with that because that's exactly what I'm seeing. But yeah, 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 that's gonna work out well for you. That's gonna work out well. Please come back and let us know. Let us know. And good luck. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Let's go to the next question. Wow, this is another one. Oh, ashe to everyone who is losing. No, let me correct that. To their loved ones who are making their ascension. My heart goes out to you and condolences to you. Felicia says, I'm in the same situation. My husband passed last month and I cannot sleep. So I put you and Bobby Hemmett on and the house gets cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Your husband is still very much around. Now, one of the things that he immediately comes through saying is that he is so sorry. He's so sorry. He's so sorry that you had to witness what you witnessed for him. I feel like his passing was due to an illness, some sort of illness, some sort of illness that eventually he passed away from. But I'm going to tell you something honestly. He's in a good space now, but he didn't want to die. And he's saying he's so sorry for the way he acted towards the end. Towards the end. Because I don't know. I just see this version of him, and this could have been towards the end of him passing, where he's hollering, he's moaning, and he's making these sounds, and he's saying, oh my God, Miss Blue, I'm so sorry. Please tell my wife I'm so sorry. She had to hear this and that I was acting this way. He is so sorry. So, so sorry that he acted this way. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Like, I mean, he's straight wilding out, but he was scared. He was scared. He's at peace now, but he wasn't at peace at first because he really thought he was going to beat this. He really thought he was going to move past this. He did. And he didn't want to die. You know, here's the interesting things. He's sorry for so many things. He said he just wanted a chance to do some things different, but he couldn't. He couldn't. He couldn't. And that's where his struggle was. That's where some of his discord was. That's where some of his pain was, because he realized he wasn't going to get a chance to do things different. But he's so sorry that you had to witness that. You had to be there. But he loves you. He loves you. Yeah. Mm. Tell me, please. Because he is holding up two fingers and then he's holding up one finger. And so that either lets me know like there's either two children that he raised that wasn't his, or two children that was his. And then there was another child. Like, usually when spirits are holding up fingers, they are relating to their children, but wait a minute, or their wives, or the women that they have been with, like their wives. So I'm a little confused because he's kind of embarrassed, but he's two and one, two and one, and he kind of he was a handsome man. He kind of has a little look on his face. So I don't know if there was two children that was his, or there were three children. Are there any children, any wives? Because he's kind of being a little in and out about saying it. What was the two and what was the one? Ah, Oh, girl. Thank you, honey. Because I was like, wait, two kids, two wives. Okay, he was busy. Two kids and two wives. Okay. So, but he's saying in one stepdaughter, oh, y'all wearing me out. Y'all wearing me out. Okay, I knew it was two, and then the one, and then I thought the kids. Then I said, wait, wives, what is this? Okay, so, okay, let me get this straight. Two kids, two wives, and one stepdaughter. It's a lot going on. Lot going on. And the son that wasn't his. Well, he's still claiming the son. He's still claiming the son. He's still claiming all the children. And he's claiming the wives. Don't be surprised if somebody comes out the woodworks. You know, don't even be surprised if there's not another child that comes up that maybe you guys find out about. Just don't be surprised. Um, yeah, don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised if another child shows up and says, that was my father. That was there. Yeah. Um, but he's good now. He's good now. He's made peace with himself now. He's made peace with himself now. And now he's there. He's still very close to you. And this may be why you feel the warmth, the heat, because he's still so close to you. And he's telling me you are truly the love that he needed in his life, that helped him change his life. And that's a big deal, especially when I hear spirits on the other side. And very, to hear this brother say, you changed his life. You helped him see life in a completely different way. And he's so grateful to you for that. And he loved you for that. Loved you for that. Yeah, he's still saying he's sorry for a lot of things, but he's also saying, how much he really, really loved you. You know that. He did. He had his way and time of sharing that, but the love was there. And he is at peace now. Now, he struggled a bit, but he's at peace now because he really thought he was going to beat this, but now he realized that his soul was ready for the next experience. And he definitely will be around the family. But he says, you are his girl for life. You are his girl for life. Yeah, he loves you. Yeah, yeah. The two and the I ain't gonna forget him. Because I did like this and I said, are those children? And he was like, he put his head down. I said, wives? What is this? What kind of finger dance is we doing? But I love it. I absolutely love it. And my condolence to you again. And I'm sending you so much love. But he is fine. He is doing well. He hasn't gone into the healing tank yet, but he will. And you will know because he's going to come back. And you will see him. You'll probably see him like when you guys met. Because he's telling me like when y'all met, like he was that dude, like he was, all of that, Yes, but he is there with you, and no, you're not tripping when you kind of feel something in the bed. That is him getting in the bed with you. He really wants to make sure that you're going to be okay, and sending you so much love, and to the children, and to everybody, to the whole crew. He wants everyone to know. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, yes, you guys. I'm going to take some questions. Let's see. Ooh, that was listen, interesting. Huh. All right, let's go here. Let me see if that's next. Tanya, I am sending you so much love. Mm, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Lot of souls leaving the planet. This window has been open for a few months now, and it will stay open for a few more months. So let's see. Miss Blue, my son transitioned on June 22nd. Yeah. Does he have a message for me and the family? This is really hard for us. I woke up to us, to you speaking to Gloria. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. It's 11:11. That gateway, that portal. Mm. 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 So, your son is coming through, and interesting enough, I see him sitting on the steps, and he's sitting outside on some steps. The sun is shining. It looks like the steps in front of a house, some sort of building. And as he's sitting on the steps, he's looking across, and there is a field. And across from that field, there is a gate. And across from that gate, there is a cemetery. And he's sitting there and he's laughing. And the reason he's laughing is because he now realized something completely different about himself and life. I don't know if you knew this or not, but your son knew he was going to pass. Like, he even had premonitions and dreams that he was going to pass. But his biggest fear wasn't death, it was the burden of his family, and to seeing them watch him deteriorate, to become sick. He didn't want that. His soul didn't want that. He didn't want to be here and not be able to live a full life. Not to be able to get up, to move around, to come and go as he pleased, and to be able to do for himself. He had a lot of pride about himself. And so he knew. The thing I will say is he's telling the family he's really sorry. But he thought this would be the best way rather than burden the people around him. He's telling me, he said, Ms. Blue, I have an emotional family. and they get emotional about everything. And he was somewhat reserved and quiet and to himself. But he said he lived a good life. He loves everybody. He's showing me a child. And so I don't know if he has a child, if there's a grandchild, or which would be your grandchild, but some sort of child that's there. And that was his wish, to have the love of his life, to have children. He wanted to say thank you for being the very best mother you could have been to him. He said, even though you guys had your back and forth at times, he would have had it no other way. No other way. Absolutely no other way. Yes, he knew. Oh, yes, he absolutely knew. And a daughter. He said that's all he wanted. That's what he came back in this lifetime for. I even show where he's telling the doctors, when they're saying we can do this and we can do that, and he's telling them, no, I don't want to do that. Nope, I don't want to do this. Nope, I'm not going to do that. Like, he was so aware of what was happening, what was going on. Not so much consciously, it didn't seem like it, but his higher self knew. His higher self knew. But he's so grateful. He's so thankful for the life that he had and what he was able to do and the things he was able to accomplish, because that was to fall in love, to have a child, was what he wanted. And he will forever be the guardian angel to the family. Forever. It breaks his heart of the sadness that everyone is holding. He understands it, but he is there. And he's telling me in particular for you, his mother, it's like you are there. I'm telling you, he told me. He was telling the doctor what he was and wasn't going to do. His soul knew this. His soul understood this. This is so crazy because look, I want you to see something. Look at this. This is blinking. Why is it blinking? 9959. As soon as I said that, this blink, look at the smiley face. Look at the smiley face. Like his cheeks, his smiley face. He's telling me. So he has a way of coming through and coming through to the family. When you're standing there and all of a sudden you have this feeling like he's going to walk up behind you and you turn around and you think he's going to be there. That is him. He is still there. And he's holding you. And he's holding his daughter. And he is holding the mother of his child. His wife? Yeah. When I said that, he smiles because he's sending her so much love. He left a gift for the family, for his child, because he knew this. And I know it's hard It's one of the toughest assignments and that we have to deal with on this planet is life and death. But there's not a moment that doesn't go by that he doesn't think about you, that he's not grateful for you and everyone who was in his life and his daughter. You know, he's so proud to be a father because that's what he wanted. He wanted to have love. He wanted to be able to take care of himself. He wanted to be able to have a family to take care of. He wanted to say that he was grown. Yeah. Oh, oh, they reconnected. Yeah, because I said wife and he smiled, but I've been hesitant to say wife this whole time. But yeah, that's all he wanted. He said, Miss Blue, I just wanted to be able to fall in love and I wanted to be able to have a child. Yeah, that's what he came back in this lifetime to experience. And he want to say thank you to you as his mother because you were so loving and gentle throughout the whole process. And he knows that this was hard for you. He knows, but he loves you so much. And he wouldn't trade you for a mother, any mother in the whole world. He's so grateful. Mother, he said he's even grateful for his father, grateful for his siblings, grateful for where he lived. He's just grateful for everything. Such a peaceful soul. A peaceful soul that held a lot of pain on the inside in, you know, but had a lot of love to give to the people around him. Yeah. Ashe. Ashe. I'm glad I can bring him through. But he said he is learning something different about life and death that even surprised him. And, you know, he's kind of laughing at the cemetery now because he's like, ain't nobody over there. Nobody's over there. For real, nobody's over there. For real. Yeah. So peace and love. Yeah. Ooh. Wow, you guys. Wow, 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 wow. Let me see where we are. Oh, we are almost at 2 hours. This is what I'm going to have to do. This is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to ask you guys. Um, this is what I'm gonna, hey, Desiree. Wait, did I say it? D-Ray. D-Ray. Hey, D-Ray. Listen, good to see you. Listen, I'm going back through these questions. Um, this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to screenshot your questions for me. Screenshot them. And so next time I come on and I take questions, I can get to the questions. Love you, Tangi. And your son loves you so much. And I know you know that. Please kiss the baby. You know, he's around his daughter. She's the one that's at a little bit more peace. She's just kind of sad because of all the parent people around her sad. But she's going to be telling you guys stories soon about her dad coming to her in her dreams and what he's telling her and all kinds of things. So look forward to that. That's going to be a very uplifting, beautiful energy for the family. But he wants you all to celebrate him. He is holding up a birthday cake. So he's letting me know that there is some sort of birthday for somebody in the family or some sort of celebration that's coming up for someone. Is it his? No, I don't think it's his. But he's holding up a birthday cake. So, whoever birthday it is, know that he's going to be at the party. He's not going to miss it. He said, please don't celebrate the day he passed. Please celebrate the day he was born. Please honor him and his life and his legacy of being here. And anytime you miss him, all you have to do is look at the baby girl and you will be able to see him through her eyes and through her smile. He's telling me. And he loves you so much, and love to the whole family. So, yeah, yeah. Peace and blessings. My heart goes out to you. So, listen, you guys, I am going to get out of here. I do want to remind you guys to definitely, you want to tap into the higher self activation, because as of tomorrow, around 10 p.m., we will officially start the ritual. This is prep time. And oh, it is his birthday coming up. Okay, because at first I had to question it. It's his birthday coming up. He said, please honor his birthday. Do not honor the day he passed. Yes, 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 yes. You guys, this is why I do this work. This is the most meaningful, when I can bring through evidence, like factual things that only the loved ones and the people who were there would know this about their loved ones, to let you know that we truly never die. Our soul is eternal and we continue to live on forever, right? We do. It doesn't mean we don't miss them in the physical, but our souls are eternal. That's why we have to cherish every day that we are here, because this is a temporary reality. And so one day we all must make that transition. All of us. It's a part of growing up on planet Earth. So be good, be kind to the people in your life. Love the people while they're here, not after they're gone. Honor them now. Yes, love. Let's respect. Let's honor our ancestors and loved ones, but not just after they leave, while they're still here. And so, this is why I always like to shout you guys out. I always like to take this time before we get together to kind of warm up, to check in, ask how you're feeling, connect with you, and to have that connection in a real way, because love is the only thing that is real here on planet Earth. It's the only thing. Yeah. So we're going to be good to our bodies this month. We are incarnating here. We are doing our inner work here. Lots of shadow work, but we're doing it with love. And so the higher self activation, I'm so proud of this that I've created here for us to work with. And you'll be able to work with it on your own. I've made it so the gift that you give for this is something that, because of the times that we're in, and I understand if everyone cannot, I made it so it's something that, if you've never taken a class with me, if you've never done anything and you want to know what that experience is like, this is going to kind of get you close, right? This is going to kind of get you close. It ain't going to get you in there, but it's going to get you close, because you're going to get a chance to see real life activation, and you'll be able to empower yourself. And through this gateway energy, this portal energy of this new moon that is happening in Cancer, I can't think of a better time. So go on over and grab it, because I would love, the more of us that we start together, the more powerful. So the higher self activation, you're going to download the information. Make sure you read everything, because it's going to tell you all the details and everything. And tomorrow, there's an introduction audio there. You'll receive that by email. It'll tell you how to access the rest of the audio files and where they'll be available for you tomorrow. Please go do it and pass it on to a friend or somebody else. And, we can come back and we can share notes with each other and see how this experience is. And so I'm going to get out of here. I wanted to come on. I want to say thank you to everyone who has signed up tonight who has got the higher self activation. I want to say thank you so much. Definitely go and start getting your stuff all set up so that get yourself all set up so you're ready to go. You can already start getting yourself together. I just want to show you guys. I do see you. I acknowledge you. Thank you to everyone. And this is everyone who signed up for, yeah, this is for today. This is everyone who has signed up for today, and it is not too late. I think it is still available. And if you want to sign up for the higher self activation, it is only $22. Let me tell you, I wanted to make it at a place where everyone who wants to be a part of it can be a part of it. Ah, thank you. You love my aesthetics, Miss Blue. Don't play with it. So gorgeous. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, all right, that's going to do it for us. But I want you guys to please in the comments section. And I know some more of you had some more questions that you wanted to. I'm going to come back on. I'm going to try to come back on as much as I can, especially leading up to this new moon, to answer questions and to connect and all of that. But listen, pass it on. Get it for a friend. Get it for your child, your daughter, your man, your girl, whoever, your woman. Get it. You will thank yourself later. You will come back, and by the time we get to December, you're going to be so glad that you tapped into this magic here. This magic here. I'm telling you. We're going to be working with it. Remember, it's not one of those things where you just do it in the month of July and then boof, you're done. We're going to be working with this. We're going to work with this all the way up until we get to Capricorn season. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And I want to see you all inside of the higher self activation. So until next time, and again, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the super chat donation. And this is to Lexi Heals. I don't know who you are, Lexi Heals, but I am so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful that this work, this space, right here is a place that you are trusting in and has been good for you and for all of you. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. I mean, if there is a force out there that we are trying to go against, it is that kind of force out there that we are trying to push more of this information out there so people can get it and they can see it and we can rise above, sort of that holding space they tried to put your girl in just because I like a little music. But we done cleared the slate. We done released it. We back in the good graces of YouTube now. So we gonna see what it do, what it do, what it do. But I'm gonna get out of here. I love you all so much. Oracle kisses, peace and love. Ciao. I will see you in the comments section.